Hey everyone, the name is Flowl. So, by the time you're watching this, it's gonna be the 11th anniversary of Portal 2, I think. So, yeah, it's gonna be the 11th. So, in order to commemorate that, I originally was gonna release my Core Hub video by today, but some information came up, and I needed to reorganize that whole thing. So, in order to fill the gap, I've decided to do a tier list video of every single released Portal 1 and Portal 2 mod. So, let's actually just start. Let's start with the one mod that everyone should know, Portal Prelude. I have a lot of thoughts on Portal Prelude, and for me, it's a D tier. You're gonna be now. A lot of people have a lot of fond memories of Prelude. I know that much, but my thing is that replaying it, you realize how actually kind of shit it is. Like, the test chambers are all very much exploit based, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a fucking adrenaline junkie. I love just doing crazy things. But Prelude sucks ass. Like, the text-to-speech voices are one thing, which I mean, understandable. It was hard to get voice actors back then, especially for Portal mod. And I think the only thing that Prelude did right was like the entire final sequence with the ending with where you had to attach the morality core to GLaDOS, because that was fucking cool. That's awesome. It's really cool. But that sequence alone saves Prelude from being F tier. Let's move on. Let's go with Chell's Way to Home. Okay. This is about the same tier as Portal Prelude. Actually, you know what? Maybe F tier. It's Chell's Way to Home is a mod not much people know about because it's kind of a wacky mod. On ModDB, it's just abbreviated as CWTH. The whole premise is that it was like some alternate Portal 1 ending take where, like, after you escape Aperture, some like Vortigaunt saves you, and then it basically turned into the Half-Life 2 mod. But Portal 1 is not meant to be a Half-Life 2 mod, so there's all kind of funky shit going on. I think the plot involves, so this mod's whack because it makes Father Grigori, Father Grigori, right, from Half-Life 2, it makes him like Chell's uncle or something. And like that plot point, when I was playing as blind, I like just like shat myself like from how hilarious it was, because it was absolutely stupid. Like, I didn't expect just to see, oh yeah, this Half-Life 2 character that appears in one chapter, it's really cool. Yeah, this guy, he's just Chell's uncle. But yeah, gameplay-wise, the mod sucks. Like, it sucks a lot. There's a bit of a problem with how it's structured, and it's very, like, hard to figure out where you're meant to go. There's no, like, real guide or anything. Like, I mean, there's guides, you can get walkthroughs, but Chell's Way to Home, it has all these cool concepts, like, it has a lot of really cool ideas, but it just doesn't know how to do them at all. And honestly, I did not enjoy playing it at all, so it goes at F tier. So I've got to talk about more shit mods. I don't think I need to elaborate why I put Think of a Time Machine at F tier, right? Because here's the thing, right? I'm not sure how many people know this, but Thinking of a Time Machine is based off a beta concept of Portal 2 during the design experiments. They had this idea to like let the player record their movement and play it back, and that was mentioned in the final hours as one of the design experiments, along with f-stop. But Valve thought it was a bit too confusing and way too much was going on, so they scrapped it. And then Thinking of a Time Machine comes in and says, hey, what if we did this? And as a result, its gameplay is, it's truly something. It's way too setup based. Like, I like me some puzzles, but Thinking of a Time Machine is way too reliant on, like, setting up shit. Like, I think a good puzzle has just, like, good, like, balance between timing, setup, and actually performing the task you're meant to do. And Thinking of a Time Machine makes a setup the entire puzzle. And as a result, it's not that fun. And I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anyone, but these two mods are made by the same guy. And they both involve changing the ending of each Portal game. So, you know, truly wonderful. What else? Okay, what next? Let's go with a good mod. Rexaura. A tier. Easy. This has some of the best energy pellet puzzles I've ever played. Introduces a lot of cool mechanics that interacts with the pellets. It's very much gets your brain thinking. It doesn't have much of a story, but it doesn't need to be one. It's primarily focused on the puzzles more than the story. The story is just a supplement. And I think as a result, it's quite good. It's very good. I enjoy playing it. I don't know other thoughts on this. Okay, let's get the two beta mods out of the way. Project Beta, D tier. It's a beta mod. I can't really say more than that. It's just Portal 1's beta. Like the 2006 era. I don't know which era 2006 is specifically. I need to check that. It's like December 2006 era? I'm not sure. I might be getting that wrong. Probably I'm going to get decked by the beta community now for getting that wrong. But it's just Portal 1, but beta style. Using the beta maps, the beta engine, all that. It's not really that much different, honestly. So it just gets D tier. Prospekt, D. Prospekt isn't finished, but it is a beta mod attempting to remake all of Portal 1 in the Prospekt aesthetic. It's different than just like restoring the 2005 version of Portal 1, because this one's actually trying to remake all the retail chambers. And as a result, like, it just doesn't have much going for it, really. It's just another aesthetic mod. It's like Project Beta, but, you know. Okay, what? Flash version. B tier. Flash version Mappack is a mod that was released after Portal 1 came out shortly. I think like shortly after Portal 1 came. Oh, sorry, God damn it. The Flash version was a Flash game made in, like around before Portal 1 came out, I think. It's a 2D game. I've played through it. It's quite an experience. It's got some interesting mechanics. And the Flash version Mappack translates all the puzzles there into 3D environments and shit. But my main gripe with the mod, that I would put at A tier otherwise, is that all the levels are still designed as if they're 2D. Especially some of the later ones. This mod has a problem with some of the bigger chambers, some of the more like complex ones, where it, specifically the final chamber, where like all the chambers are so structured as if they're in 2D. Like they couldn't figure out how to translate it to 3D, so they just like, you know, did it 2D but 3D, but you know you're in the environment. It's confusing. Okay, but like, I think the main thing that I would put it at C tier if it wasn't for the escape sequence. I think the escape sequence is really cool in Flash version. I think the way that they handled the style of the behind the scenes areas there are really cool. And the robot, the fucking robot, that's like it. The robot is really slow, but you know what? It's fucking cool. The fact they managed to do that, like it is a abomination of hammer entities just to get it to work. Let's see. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Portal Unity. Lower D tier. See, like, while Prelude is a bit more of a competent mod, you know what? Maybe I'll put it to C tier. It gets C tier because it's being compared with these. Portal Unity is a, I think it was like a school project or something, and the developer kind of just made it for that. I'm not sure the history, but the main thing is that it's a bit of a not good mod. It's like, it has these like Portal 2 texture packs on top of what is a Portal 1 mod. And generally it tries to do, I think, some of the mechanics of Portal 2. Like, I think it has like a faceplate, like a really early version of one. Has some like low gravity chambers. It's not really that memorable of a mod, honestly. It has a really weird boss fight, if I remember. And then when you escape, the map doesn't like just end when you escape. Like, you get to free roam at this like city or something. Like, that's the end. I'm I don't know if was it ending there? I like walked around there for like 20 minutes, wasn't sure what to do. So I decided, yeah, it's probably the end. So we get lower D tier. And I know I didn't put the remake, the Portal 2 remake on here, but it would be an F tier because it's basically just Portal Unity but worse. Okay, Memories. D tier. Memories is a weird mod. Like it has a promising start, because originally the mod was made in Portal 1, and it was had a lot of the hype for the Portal 2 aesthetic, so it involved like some early panel arms and shit, like using claw props and shit. So it goes to D tier because they ported it to Portal 2 halfway through development, and you can see here how the Portal 2 brain rot when it came out kind of sets in. Like, what I mean by this is that like Portal 1 maps were a lot more open in how they wanted to do the shit there, but when Portal 2 released, everyone kind of like lost their minds and just kept making Portal 2 style stuff. And kind of Memories is it starts competently and then it just like goes all over the place. Like, don't get me wrong, it does some interesting shit, like enough to not land it in F tier. And I think I did have some fun at times. Like, there was it's like the space section in it. It's like, I actually kind of enjoyed that for how weird it was. So yeah, it gets Z tier. Let's see. Wibi data. Not many people know about Wibi data. I'm gonna put it C tier. So Wibi data is really weird, and I might make a video on its history eventually. But it was a mod developed by a real company. I think it was called Wibi data as well. Like, the company was called Wibi data. And they had got Top Hat Waffle to make the maps for them. So as a result, the entire mod is this pretty average experience. Like, it's pretty average Portal 2 experience. Not Prelude, actually. Where like the puzzles are competent enough. Like, they're not the best, but they're competent. And the visuals are really good, especially the office areas that you go to between tests. Like, those are really good. I like those. But it is funny that when you beat the mod, you get sent to a fucking application form for a company that doesn't exist anymore. Does not exist anymore, and they made a whole Portal 2 mod to promote it. It's really funny. Okay, next. Like, I'm getting all these lower ones out of the way because I think people might be interested. Speedrun mod. Speedrun mod, C tier. I can't really say much for it because it is a level above Project Beta and Prospekt, as in it adds stuff like the Celeste mode, which is a lot of fun, and it makes replaying Portal 2 less of a pain, which I know a lot of people do enjoy. I know some people really do like the idea of being able to play Portal 2 just however, like without having to wait for all the cutscenes. I like the cutscenes; they're fine. Like, I mean, you still have player control, still move around. Just, you know, I'm very someone who likes to be immersed in the story. So speedrun mode isn't entirely for me, but Celeste mode gets C tier, like, alone for that. Aperture Ireland. Fuck. It'd be really funny if I put it in S tier, but it gets F tier. It's at least better than Chell's Way to Home and Thinking with Time Machine, because I at least had fun with Aperture Ireland. Aperture Ireland was made by like some like kid, like some really young person who, you know, is Irish, and they wanted to make a mod about Aperture in Ireland. So they have this like branch of Aperture that's set in Ireland. Anytime mod takes place there, it's really funny. Like, they have the blue portal reskins be green because it matches because then it makes the Irish flag. Like, all the blues have just been turned to green. The orange stays. It's like, and you can like tell like halfway through development, Portal 2 came out. So like, they have the monitor screens with this like a facade of the AI who is like trying to mimic being a person, and like they have like a Half 2 Citizen model on the screens, and they convert it to like a .big file so that it'll be like videos to play on the screens. And it's just like some of the maps just like really they really like enhance just that experience that, you know, you're playing a Portal 1 mod that got converted into Portal 2 halfway through development. But the boss fight though is like, what the fuck? They have a working Strider. Like, I'm not sure how they managed to make a Strider work in Portal 2, but they did. They just did. That summarizes my thoughts on Aperture Ireland. I mean, aside from it just being the absolute like name, Aperture Ireland is truly fantastic. Mind Escape. See, I have a lot to say about Mind Escape. Mind Escape is the final iteration of a mod known as Conversion. And Conversion was meant to be a mod that was like, hey, what was happening in Aperture between Portal 1 and Portal 2 for it to change how it looks. And when I was young, I was really fucking hyped for Conversion. I like obsessed over that. I love the concept of like, you know, seeing Aperture change from Portal 1 to Portal 2. Like, fucking cool. But I think the idealized version of Conversion in my head was better than the Mindscape we got. Because Mindscape was this like attempt they made in like 2016 to try and finish Conversion, and it ends up falling flat. It was nice to get to play it, like, after waiting for so long, but, you know, it just didn't turn out well. It focuses a lot more. It doesn't really focus as much on the aesthetic change as it should, in my opinion. I think it could have been a lot better, which might make a mod, by the way, that makes it better. It's called Portal 2 Catalyst. You guys should like check it out. It's a work in progress. It's cool. Anyways, Portal Epic Edition. Unironically, B tier. Like, this is not even bias. I just think it's a B tier mod. It is super fun to play through. I'm an adrenaline junkie, so I'm a bit biased here. I really like playing through the main campaign, like replaying it, because it is super fun. It's I don't really have much more to say about Portal Epic Edition. It was just a shitpost. It's like a shitpost mod, but it manages to be fun somehow, and I'm not entirely sure how I managed to achieve that. Okay, let's go through. Gamma Energy. I'm gonna put Gamma Energy low B tier. For people, Gamma Energy is a bit more of one of those obscure Portal 1 mods, and it has like 40 test chambers or something, and it's very fucking long, and it introduces a lot of mechanics. It is a lot of fun, but the boss fight was kind of confusing. It doesn't really direct you fully on what to do. It tries to teach you, but I was kind of lost most of the time on what to do in the boss fight. It's really weird, but like the boss fight was cool. Like conceptually, it was cool, but at the same time, Gamma Energy kind of just like I would put it at A tier if the boss fight was designed better, and generally they didn't use the fucking beta floor tiles. Like, those ones just suck. So now we're gonna be left with a few more to go through. Aperture TAG. I hate Aperture TAG. It had so much going for it, and it fucked up every single one. The test chambers are not really the best they could be. Like the test chambers are this weird half and half between being actual puzzles to solve and navigations based stuff. And I think with the paint gun, Aperture TAG works better with the navigation mechanics, like just moving around a big moving around a big environment and trying to figure out where to go. I think it does that better because that's what the gels are for. Like the gels aren't good like elements to solve puzzles with, like on their own. They meant to have like something else, which they try and do, but it doesn't really work as well. I think someone who has more experience in level design, like puzzle design in Portal 2, may be able to make Aperture TAG work. But at the same time, I feel like by the time the cool moment in Aperture TAG happens, where you like escape the facility, quote unquote, like that would be like a perfect finale, because like at that point, I think most people are kind of drained of Aperture TAG and don't really want to play anymore. Like me, especially. That is from my personal experience. I think Aperture TAG would have been better if it just ended right there. But they attack on the entire stage chapter, and while it's a cool like idea, I think it's not really the best it could have been. Like definitely had like cool concept behind it. It just doesn't really work out that well. I would be interested to see like the stage style explored better. Reloaded A tier, easy. It's a good mod. It's one of the only mods to have ever like broken me. like mentally, just trying to play it. Like, I genuinely could not figure out how. Like, it took me a while to wrap my head around the tree portal mechanics, and it still kind of broke me for a good while. It's one of the only mods that have ever done that to me. Even Rexaura did not get that close. Portal Pro. Tough decision. B tier. I think it's better than Flash version, but also as good as Rexaura. That's the best way I can put it. Pushing down there. So, Portal Pro is an interesting. It's one of those mods where it's like 19 test tracks, 19 test chambers, and a boss fight at the end. The escape sequence. I think it works. It's just an average mod. It's fine. It's just a bit of a harder Portal 1 mod. I don't have much more to say. Blue Portals, top of the range A tier. Blue Portals is really cool. I like the mechanics. I like the visual style is really cool. Super nice. All that. It's got some cool bonus maps. I like the entire second course it gives you with the gravity gun. That lets you like punch yourself. That's cool. I don't know how much more to say. Okay. Now, I think people are already guessing it. Portal Stories Mail, S tier. It is currently the best Portal 2 mod out. That doesn't mean it's flawless, but it's good. It's really good. Like for what it is, it's the only Portal 2 mod that's managed to release that actually is almost on the level of Portal 2 itself. I think it definitely could have been better in a lot of parts. Like, I think there would have been interesting to see the flooding that Virgil mentions actually be emphasized through the game. Like, maybe in like modern Aperture, you can see a lot of shit like flooded by the goo that Aegis is pumping up. Like, aside from that, it doesn't really have much more to it, really. It's just kind of a good Portal 2 mod that came out, and you know what? It's an enjoyable experience. It's definitely not. It's like puzzle design is also kind of sucks in my opinion. It's not the best, especially with like I played the original advanced version because that's how the mod released, and they added a story mode later because people sucked. I mean honestly, that wasn't even people sucked. The puzzles sucked. Like, they were just kind of bad. And I'm gonna crown Factum Solus as my personal favorite Portal mod ever. I fucking love this mod. It is so good. It's like an alternate Portal 1, where it involves like a different version of GLaDOS. But oh my god, holy fucking shit, dude. I fucking love this. I love Factum Solus. It is genuinely my favorite Portal 2 mod. Like, no, not Portal 2. Portal 1 mod ever. It is so good. It is. I love the puzzles. I love the story. They had like a human NPC. I forgot her name, but she's really cool. It's really good mod. I can't emphasize how much I fucking love this mod. It's so good. It is just best mod, best fucking mod. And with that, yeah, that's my tier list of every single released Portal 1, Portal 2 mod. It is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy whatever the hell anniversary it is for Portal 2. And I'll see you guys in the Core Hub video that's coming next.